NIGHTCAT Classic Tales is the part of the show where I relive something horrible or embarrassing or traumatizing from my life, and I recount it, I relive it, I see these images in my head again for your amusement. Now tonight might be a little sensitive, so if you've got night kittens watching, maybe fast forward through this bit. It usually tells you down, by the way, if you've never noticed, in the description of the video, where everything is. I always timestamp it, so if you click any of those timestamps, it'll forward to wherever that part of the video is, in case you're new to YouTube. So here's your warning. Watch it if you want to. This happened, I was probably 24 or 25, so more recently than it should have happened. I was crushing really hard on one of my very good friends, and we had been hanging out a lot, and I thought I was picking up on vibes. So me and my roommate at the time were out, she's not my roommate anymore, but she's still a good friend. We were out at the Great American Beer Fest in Denver. So I had been sampling beer all day, and I got it in my head that I was finally gonna tell this guy that I had feelings for him, that I was crushing on him. And this is coming off, by the way, in my defense here, a week before this, we had fallen asleep on the couch together holding hands. So excuse me for picking up on some hidden messages there. So I asked him out, because my roommate was really pressuring me to do it. And he says, "Oh, boo, I'm sorry, I just don't feel like that for you." It sucked, it hurt so bad, because I was just like, God, now I have to see that guy at parties and stuff. It's so embarrassing. Well, I was also talking to this really cute other boy at the time, and my roommate really liked this other guy. So she was like, "Hey, why do you have, I don't know, what should his name be? Jimbo. Why don't you have Jimbo? Why don't you have Jimbo send us a little something something picture?" And by us, she meant me. I was just like, no, I can't do that. And then again, we were at the Great American Beer Fest, so I made more bad decisions. And I finally was just like, "Hey, send me a blah, blah, blah." And he was like, "No, you've ignored me all weekend. You send me one first." So I was like, no, I can't do that. And my roommate was like, "You have to do it. Go do it." So I was about to walk into the porta potty and just take a cute picture of me mooning somebody, just like, meh, or whatever, right? And she was like, "No, you can't do that. We gotta get something good out of this, so we're gonna make this artistic." And she had me drop my pants and moon everybody along the Denver, Colorado skyline. So all you can see is the Denver skyline and my big white booty right there. And she was like, "All right, send it, send it." Well, I did not send it to Jimbo, because Jimbo had a very similar name to James, we'll call him, who I had asked out the night before. So I got rejected, and then less than 24 hours later, I sent this guy a picture of my booty, and I didn't mean to, and I was so embarrassed. And there's no way of explaining your way out of that, because I genuinely did not mean to send him that picture. I would never do that. I was only sending it to someone who I knew was willing to accept it and had asked for it. I wouldn't send unsolicited stuff to somebody, especially not somebody I was already trying to avoid. I died that day in Denver, and this is my ghost coming back to tell you that story. I'm dead. I hope you had a great funeral for me, because that was mortifying. And that is NIGHTCAT Classic Tales. That's why you shouldn't send nudes. That's why you should always double check the sender list.